Content disclaimers, views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters, and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. IG in the chat. I just posted it in the chat of Instagram. We're also going to post it in the YouTube also. We want to make sure that Adara is getting all the flavor today. Man, how y'all feeling? Oops. Okay, family. I hope people can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me on YouTube now? Segment, what's up? Can you hear me? Put the number 1 in the chat if you can hear me on YouTube. If you can hear me on Instagram, put the number 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, Segment, Fire Goddess, make sure you put the number 1 in the chat. Okay. Make sure we are broadcasting on all these different apparatuses. All right, if you can hear me, anyone on YouTube, can you hear me? Can you hear me on YouTube also? Yeah. Can you hear me? I'm gonna put it in again. Can you hear me? Hold on 1 second. Today's show is brought to you by an event that Adara Moselle is going to be doing on June the 15th in Atlanta. Stop the fighting and elevate intimacy. The importance of elevating intimacy. And what does it mean by that? It means connect, embrace, and heal. You're going to have to RSVP if you want to come to this event. Donation-driven event. You want to RSVP at the website. That's www.adaramoselle.com/events. -1. So that's www.adaramoselle.com/events. Okay? So gonna show Adara some love today. 15 people, remember family, people, remember share, and like, and subscribe. Share this because the theme of today's interview is based on men versus women, the masculine versus feminine, which should not be happening, but because we're in this realm of diversity, we're in this realm of what we might denote as good and bad, it shouldn't really be happening, to tell you the truth. Because when I look at the yin and yang symbol, they're not arguing and battling with each other. Those two symbols are not arguing and battling with each other. And, me and Adara are going to talk about it. Let me make sure I'm adjusting my camera a little. Hold on 1 second. Make sure I adjust the camera here on IG. Give me. Just put it up a little. There you go. So I'm gonna wait for Adara to come on. So I'm going to hit her up and tell her to come on now. Make sure I share this link with her. Again, family, those that are just tuning in and locking in, remember, people on YouTube, you're going to see a different part of the broadcast, where Instagram is seeing it differently also from another perspective. So we're going to have Adara Moselle coming in. Adara Moselle, impact of men versus women. Healing takes work. Healing takes work. It takes work. If you're going to put in this work, you got to be willing to put in the work. It's all about putting in that work. So wait for Adara to come on, and then we will talk and speak with her very candidly about what's going on. Yep. Hope everybody's well. Let me see who's tuning in on Instagram. Let me see where y'all at. Let me shout y'all out. Let me shout out to the Segment Fires in the building, Rainwater's in the building. Facebook. Cosmic Energy is on Facebook. Dr. Strange Doom. This is fresh squeezed strawberry. Big up to Precite. Music is louder than your voice. Don't worry, the music is off now. You know, I think, wait a minute. I think, hold on 1 second. Let me turn off the music. Let me turn off the music if the music is still on. Let me turn off the music. All right, good. I turned off the music on YouTube. So if you're watching me on YouTube, I just turned off the music. Yeah. Yeah, so I just turned off the music, on YouTube. People are still listening to the music. I forgot to turn it down. I'm sorry. Now, is the music off, YouTube? Is the music off? YouTube, is the music off? Because we don't have no music on IG. I'm waiting for Adara Moselle to make a request. Let me see if she's in the request. It's 12:12. Come on, Adara. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? You know, let me make sure that Adara gets the link. So, yeah, the music is off now. So if the music is now off, so YouTube, if the music is off, make sure you put the number 1 in the chat if the music is off on YouTube. Mm-hmm. There it is. Hope. What up? Hope. Shane. What up, y'all? Okay, first of all, today is June the 9th. Today is TD Jake's birthday. Today is TD Jake's birthday. Today is TD Jake's. And I try to tell the woman that she's not doing what she's supposed to do. TD Jakes, today is his birthday. Today is also Clark's birthday. Director extraordinaire, chef extraordinaire. She got, she's doing great things in Houston, Texas. So big up to Clark. Shout out to her. Matter of fact, I spoke to her this morning. So happy for her. Clark is doing her thing. You know, I told her I want to get into the play, and she was one of those people that was in the play doing her thing. She was in the play world doing her thing. So it is now 12:12, well 12:14, waiting for Adara to come in. I don't know where's she at? Adara, you got to make a request on Instagram if you're coming in. Adara, you got to request on Instagram if you're coming in. Where you at, Adara? Our people. We call it divine timing. Hold on 1 second. Be patient with me, Instagram. Let me do something real quick. Went out for a few seconds, but we want to make sure that Adara is in the building. I just texted her. You know, we got it on the fly at 12:12. It's not like we're on different time zones. Both of us are on the same time zone. She lives in Atlanta. She lives in Atlanta also. This is freshly squeezed strawberry juice with a little ice in it. All right, so, you know, so I am waiting for her, or I'm going to send her some. Broadcasting on YouTube and Instagram also. Broadcasting on YouTube and Instagram also. So here we. Hey, what's up? What's up?
Peace. How are you?
Doing? How you feeling?
Wonderful. I feel amazing.
Good.
Why can't I see you? Instagram been doing this real weird stuff lately with the lives.
Oh, I can see you. You can't see me?
Nah, but the last few lives I've been on, I haven't been able to see the people. But it's all good. I know what you look like, honey.
Oh, okay. Because we broadcasting on YouTube also. So we broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. But you can hear me clearly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you missing all the glory of this cowboy hat I got on.
I saw the cowboy hat before I joined it. But you look good. I ain't mad at you. I feel it. It's a Sunday.
I was talking about the importance of role playing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Motherfucker. You be so first and foremost, big up to you, Adara, and to the listening audience, Adara Moselle. Not only she's extraordinary massage therapist, she's one of my massage therapists. I only got 3 people that can touch my body. There ain't nobody else can touch my body. You know, and I'm single and I'm mingling. So, you know, I only got 3 people that can touch my body out here in Georgia, because I don't know, you know, and they got to be women. They gotta, we have 1 or 2 children, so I know they are women.
yeah, you're hilarious.
That part. and everybody else, I want to make sure, if you can see Adara Moselle on the IG link, please put the number 1 in the chat. We want to make sure we can see her, because she said she can't see me. That means her Instagram is doing flip-flops. I can see her beautiful.
It's been hating lately.
It's been hating, because I'm broadcasting. I'm doing something separate on YouTube. I'm showing your flyer right now on YouTube, because we got something coming up.
Oh,
I'm just gonna be big special guest. I'm just doing the special guest thing. But why stop the fighting? Elevate intimacy. What is that all about? What is this June 15th event? And you're doing it on the 15th because you're born on the 15th. That's a good move. Very good move. And so why I gotta start talking Haitian? Why you do this? Why you want to talk about man and woman stop fighting? Why? What's that all about?
Yeah. Well, you know, obviously we're on social media right now, so people, I don't know if their feed looks like my feed, but there's a lot of men suck, women suck list and this and that and all this type of conversation about like who deserves love, how to get it, who's going to give it, why you're not getting it, and very few pieces of it is helpful, right? So like I do a lot of counseling for people and a lot of consultations and stuff like that, and the amount of people who are affected by this stuff it's severe, and it's not any one race, it's not any one demographic. This whole value conversation is hitting people in the nerves, and we don't really know how to process it. And I just want to have an antidote to that, because honestly, it's not true. Like half the statistics that they tell us about are not true. A lot of people are really enjoying their relationships.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like everybody's relationship is not trash. Every person is not toxic. Every woman does not hate men and doesn't follow whatever the conversation is, right? Every woman does not care. I mean, we want you to make some money, of course, right? But every woman does not put a man's value in that, and every man does not put a woman's value in her vagina or whatever else, or cooking and cleaning, right? So guys be like, I want a woman who cooks and cleans. And I'm like, that's the most basic thing a person can offer you in the world, baby. Please reach for something more. Please ask more of her. Now, if you're saying that you want somebody that knows how to navigate the dynamics of a household,
right,
that's different. You see what I'm saying? Than cooking it. Anybody can cook and clean, right? But like, we were never taught what to look for in partners. We were never taught to understand what healthy relationships the dynamics of healthy relationships and all this stuff like that, right? So, because of that, we don't choose good mates, and then because of that, we think that love doesn't exist, or we are falling into the trap of what you're supposed to look like, what you're supposed to have, and because you don't have it, you don't even feel like you can interact with people. Right. You know what I mean? It's especially like amongst the men, man. It's really, really, really bad, because they don't have this. They are still trying to find their way or perfect their genius. They don't know how to navigate in the world, and they don't even feel adequate as men at all. And yeah, make some money. Like, making money ain't the hardest thing in the world. There's ways we can figure this out, but that does not mean that you're not valuable and that you don't deserve somebody to see you as a fucking, excuse my language, as a person. Right? And I know people that have committed suicide because they were little and didn't have anything and didn't feel like they were going to be good husbands. Muslim guy I'm talking about, right? So there's certain cultural standards he has to live up to. You see what I'm saying? He feels like because he's not doing that, he don't need to be here anymore. Or women who feel like they're totally unlovable. Like the fact that people are starved for hugs, touch starved,
Yeah.
And come on, family. Come on, family. Like, seriously, people are touched, starved, and crying about it. Y'all are watching it on TikTok. It's on your feed, and y'all are following it and talking about it. But your friend and your homegirl is going through it too. Your coworker is going through it too. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to do something where I actually show people and let people experience deeper connection with yourself, with your partner, if you choose to bring them. Hopefully you bring them, bring your friends, all kind of stuff. Y'all see a little bit of Tantra, experience a little bit of that. Like, I want this to be a fun thing. It's not like a counseling therapy situation. This is an interactive vibe situation where I'm just showing y'all what the good stuff actually looks like, because that's what everybody really is looking for. And that's what a lot of people have. Like, everybody ain't beat down. Right. Everybody's not sick and depressed the way they want to make us feel. Yeah. Right. So yeah. So
no, I totally get it. And I want to let everybody know that I pinned the link to her event on my YouTube link. And of course I pinned it right here on Instagram. It's on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. That's adaramoselle.com/events. All right. Yeah. -1 if you want to put -1, but you'll see it as soon as you put events anyway. So that's what. So, and you can hit her up at Adara Moselle right here on Instagram also. So, you know, I get what you're saying, because I've been married three times and I've been disillusioned 3 times. and because of how we were taught through religion, and all of my marriages were Islamic marriages. All of them was that. For some reason, they always, although I grew up in a Christian family and Rasta and all that, I went towards Islam, and each one of them one was in the Ansarullah community, one was in the Nation of Islam, and one was in Sunni Islam. So I've been married 3 times under 3 different systems, although there's 72 sects. But and I didn't go through all 72. I wasn't going to do all of that. So you got to remember, we got to remember that a lot of people are inundated with the mind control of their parents and the mind control of religion. And you know, one thing I loved about what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said years ago. He said, there's 3 things that they didn't teach us: the science of mating, the science of finances, and the science of war. After they colonialized us, because what they're doing to separate the man and the woman, it is a war. They've been
warfare. It's warfare.
Exactly, it's war. So it's a weapon of mass destruction when you're putting the yin and the yang against each other. But when I look at the yin and yang symbol, they're not arguing, they're not colliding, they're complementing each other.
Absolutely, and they have a little bit of each other mixed in.
Exactly, and I keep on telling people, I tell people why I stopped doing couples consultation, because I find that majority of the time they're not serious, because their eyes is always open to look into somebody else's backyard.
Yeah.
Especially men. Yeah. And I remember a guy coming to me talking about, yo, I got 3 chicks I want you to break down to find out which one I could deal with. I'm like, bro, why don't you just call all of them together and see if they want to do a polygamous relationship? Let's see how bold you are for that. Not you having one over here and one over there, but let's see if boldness.
Right, be authentic with it. If you're gonna do it, be authentic with it, man. For real.
Be real with it. Be real. So it's very important that whatever you're planning on doing, again, go to the website, family, because I'm going to be a special guest. So I'm going to bring that motivation of it. I'm going to drop a little numbers on the show. Even if there's couples there, I will show them how their numbers can work and what are the intimacy levels that you need to deal with when it comes to numbers. Because I've broken that down before. I've done a whole event on that. Big up to Queen Belkis, Empress Belkis back in the day. So you remember her, Queen Neat. I did it back in the day. And I rocked that crowd with just understanding numbers and how they work together. And it's just one part of the picture, because you have a picture, a part of the puzzle to add on to it. I have a part of the puzzle. Astrology has a part of the puzzle. Tantra part of the puzzle. So I think this is going to be a very important event. You disclose the do you disclose the venue in the email?
I will. I have 2 people that want to host me, so I'm letting them, battle it out. But I'll have the link sent out to people, or the location sent out to people by Wednesday.
Okay.
But so it's donation-based, family. We're still looking for vendors and sponsors if you want to do that. It's for ages 15 and up, because our kids, our teens, they need the relationship coaching, they need the self-love coaching, just how to navigate energy, man. And one thing I want to say about what you were just saying, Simon, is on a personal level, like talking about a dude who's like, I want this woman and that woman, whatever else. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But I just don't think that people take the time to dig the depths of the person that they have. And that's why they get so tired of people. Like, everybody thinks they're so complex, but you don't think your mate is complex? Once we learn how to open up and like get the layer upon layer upon layer, like just think about somebody's astrology chart. If you were to look at that on a 3D scale, just like Terrence Howard did with this thing, that could be the depths of somebody. And you can explore all of that and expand all of that out and just like have an adventure within your mate and within your partner. But nobody's thinking about this. They're just thinking about, oh, somebody's supposed to spend time with, they're going to pay my bills, and we're going to take pictures together. That is not what this was made for. Family. It's 2024. We're elevating. This is what I'm saying, elevating intimacy, elevating our thought process around how we relate, because like, you shouldn't be dating at 40 the same way you were dating at 16. If you were married for 10 years, it's supposed to get stronger because you have 10 years of experience of how to navigate these effing problems if you really want to. That's the thing. Like you said, people are too busy with one foot out that they haven't committed within themselves that they want to try to work things out. So they don't put the effort in. They don't look for the tools. They don't look for the classes and this and that. And then I'm a big hippie, right? So I think that a partnership or a life partner is somebody that's supposed to help you witness your life and help you have the best experiences for this one incarnation that you have with yourself. It's not about whatever weird duties that we put on them because of something. No, we are alive one time as this person. As Adara Moselle, I mean one time. I want a partner that's going to help me have the best effing experience, and I want that for them. If it means I want y'all to have a good life, is where I'm at. And as long as we talk about it and we agree on certain things, I can tell you what my boundaries and parameters are. You can say this and that, and we can make it work together. That's all it is. It don't have to be all this arguing and all this fighting. We got to take stuff so seriously all the time. We can just be authentic about who we are and live that way, because that's where the energy is going.
And people, again, remember adaramoselle.com/events. That's Adara Moselle /events. Remember, this is going to be an event happening on June the 15th, which is a beautiful day to do it on, because anything dealing with that 15 energy comes with creativity and the willing to adapt to each other. And then it adds up to the number 6. That's the balance that you have to bring in relationship. As a matter, that's because when I do the mathematics, I'm trying to show people how this thing works. You know what I'm saying? And again, it works on multi-tier levels, because if you start subtracting the numbers within two individual days, then you find where there are some of the challenges. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're willing to balance out and find out the challenges of these things, then you could rectify and manage the weaknesses of the challenges and in the marriage.
Right. There's tools, family. There's tools. And one thing I want to tell people as well is like, one of the big challenges I see in relationships is that we forget that we're people. We're like, oh, he's a man, so this, or she's a woman, so this. Like, no, everybody can be subject to mental health issues. Everybody can be disillusioned. Everybody can have ego problems. Everybody can be nurturing, and everybody can be supportive, and everybody can be all of this. You're not supportive and nurturing just because you're a woman. You have a higher propensity to be able to do that, but men are nurturing too, and they're friendly too, and all these things. So we think that one sex has a monopoly on characteristic pros and cons. And we deal with each other based off that, but not based off the person we're really sitting there with. And we don't take the time to just to see who this person is. You know what I mean? And I think if we just get down to the basics like we used to, like before somebody told me what a relationship was supposed to be, before I saw any Disney movie, I know what it felt like to get a hug. And I know what I felt when I got a hug. Right? Those are my natural feelings. But now, because not me, but for other people, because of what the world has done or this and this and that, they're uncomfortable with touch. They're uncomfortable with seeing things in their natural state. And that lack of trust in relationships and lack of trust in themselves and lack of authenticities. So again, I'm saying all that to say these masks that we wear, we just got to shed these masks. And that's what intimacy really, really is, right? Me showing up here, willing to look crazy, willing to look stupid, willing to do something for free. Y'all might give me 50 effing cents to show up, right? Putting my finance on up. That's for this, that's intimacy, right? I'm putting myself on the line and showing up naked because of what I really believe. And that's real, right? And that's what the world is missing. And when you do that, it's going to resonate in your life. It's going to resonate in your business. It's going to resonate in your friendships because people are going to hit with you in a way that words can't see. They can just feel the truth because truth is within. And once we go back and find that, family, it'll be so much harder to bamboozle us, trick us. People won't be surprised when Diddy does something crazy because it's been crazy since the 90s. Why are y'all still surprised? Music industry been messed up forever. Why are we still surprised, family? Let's just look at the truth of things, man. This is my rant, child. I've been working out. I'm turned up today. I don't know. That's what I got.
Get that around the applause. Get that around the applause. Oh yeah, I got the applause right now. Me up.
Man.
It wouldn't be a King Simon show if I didn't have some antics. One thing about me, everybody know me from radio back in the day. Though I didn't have seen certain things. It don't be me. So But again, hit her up at IG at Adara. Hit her up at the website. That's www.adaramoselle.com/events. I'm gonna be there. We're gonna have a good time. It's
private. I always have a good time. My events are always fun.
We're gonna have some fun. It's interesting that you speak about the how we go on with the challenges from different aspects because even being born under certain frequencies, we got to understand that there are mental challenges that are happening of certain things that we probably acquired over the years. And we bring our mother and our father into our relationship, or we bring our grandparents into our relationship. And grandparents and aunties, uncles, and mother and father was outright crazy sometimes, or some of them was old school. They don't want to talk to I know my mother, she won't talk. She really don't like talking to women that I didn't marry. She really don't want to talk. She rather girlfriend. She threw out a girlfriend one time. So I know
that's hilarious.
That's how she was, because I don't think she felt that anybody. I don't think she didn't feel that people wasn't good for me. It's just that what she went through with my father while he was running nightclubs and doing his thing, being the big womanizer that he was. He know every time she used to say, "You're just like your father. Oh, yeah. You're just like your father."
Oh yeah. Well, it is in the genes, honey.
I was wild, and I can tell you that. I went to the nightclub. I went to the white nightclub. Yeah, I was a womanizer, crazy. I was there. I had 7 women for each day. So
I might get it from my dad too. Shoot, it go both ways. I get it from my dad. That's the Tantra stuff is different from my dad for sure.
We trying to also, and I'm glad that you're also allowing the teenagers to come in at least 15 and up. Absolutely. If that's the case, there might be a mature 13-year-old that might want to come. That's just what it is. Because right now these children,
family, the kids are 12-year-olds are having sex. Family, y'all already know this. Y'all started having sex early. Exactly. So let's not fake the fun. Educate.
And that's good. And why did you decide to open it up for the teenagers this time? Because I usually see just more of the older people, getting it in. Why did you decide? Because they're having sex, yes, they're doing fellatio and doing all kinds of things, because this world is inundated with it, especially through social media.
Absolutely. So, you can't get away from it. So for multiple reasons, to answer your question, but the most important reason for me is to take back the narrative, right? So if we don't tell our kids about it, then the ones we don't want to tell about it is going to talk to them, or they're going to find it all other places. So the more we make it okay to talk about and not so icky and whatever, it's just a part of life. Just like death is a part of life, and hurt is a part of life, and love is a part of life. And it's some things you're going to navigate in your life, child. And I'm irresponsible as a parent to not tell you about it, or to let the world do things to you. And then you have to go through years of expensive ass therapy because I was afraid to say something, or I was afraid to let you see something, or we can walk through a book together, or I can tell you or share what happened with me and my partner, or you and me and your dad, or you and your, you know what I mean? Like, one of the most powerful things my mom did for me, she was very candid, and she didn't make it all sexy and stuff. She would say, you know, when I was little, she was like, go like this. And I was like, okay. She's like, you see what that feels like? Yeah. And so she did that on my arm. I was like, she's like, feels good? I was like, yeah. And my dad did it. It's like, feels good? Yeah. I was like, it feels the same. She's like, right. That's because you have nerve endings, not because you love this thing or that thing. It's because you have nerve endings, and your nerves make things feel good to your body. And who does it? And the reason why you want that to happen is because of other things, right? Or that a man turns into a bone and this and like, she told it to me in a way that was not, you know what I mean? So it took a lot. I still had questions. I was still curious and have all the details, but at the same time, I had a certain understanding so that I wouldn't be bamboozled in life. Right. And then also, there's power in sexuality. There's power in us understanding our body. So if not the younger, but when a woman is ready, right, she should learn how to wield her power and to be comfortable with her body and know how to touch herself. I'm gonna teach kids how to touch herself. I'm just saying, but like, she should know what her body likes. So when like she does get with a man that she loves, she knows and can communicate that to him. And now she's not just subject to whatever people are doing to her. And vice versa to young men. That's your body, your mind, your heart, your phallus, your everything is powerful, and you should value it as such. And any old raggedy broad that come across your way don't deserve to have it. Right. You see what I'm saying? So we change the narrative, then now we will elevate as a whole society. It would us taking this perspective on sexuality, sensuality, relationships would advance the society just like AI would, because it activates the natural wisdom within your body and in nature. And we're just going to start. And that's why people turn away from this stuff in the first place. That's why people don't want to talk about it. They got their nose turned up because programming, because it's powerful and they don't want y'all to have it. So again,
that is the truth. Family, a lot of people, don't realize how important it is that your parents talk to you about it, especially. And sometimes, my mother and father, they wasn't comfortable talking about it until later on. I done probably went through 1 or 2 marriages by that time when they started talking. And they said, because they didn't learn from their parents. Exactly. So everything they hands on. So you keep on passing these things down from generation to generation to generation. Who's going to break the cycle? Someone got to, like,
seriously. It just seems like common sense to me at this point. We can't hide anything anymore. And your kids at this age in this world, they come in knowing stuff. They're deep and intelligent and intuitive, and they understand that you ain't got it all figured out. At a much earlier age, you would like them to figure it out. My kids already know that mommy might be a little bit off her rocker, right? And they counsel you through it. So you don't have to act like you're perfect in front of your kids. You can be candid and tell the truth, and they would appreciate you and trust you more. So when the big things in life happen, they'll actually talk to you about it and trust your advice because they know you've been there. You see what I'm saying? Especially with the internet now and social media, you just scroll up. Look, kids, I was ratchet 4.5 years ago. Here, this is my horror story, success story. This is how you beat this. I had self-love issues. Here, on this part of my feed, I didn't love. Look what mommy did to work through herself. So I see where you're at, daughter. I see where you at, son. Because I remember when I slept on my mom's couch and how I had to hustle and I lost money because I was trying to do this and that and, tried to stray up the street, or I did go into jail and now I changed my life, or I didn't. And I saw my friends have these conversations, family.
Exactly.
This is all that's intimacy, all of it.
That's right. Now, family, again, make sure y'all go to www.adaramoselle.com/events. Those who want to call in, I put the call-in number on the YouTube. You can call in. Let's talk about it. That's 718-210-53. That's 718-210-8853. What is it that you did not learn about sex that you wish you had learned about it? Because some people are really oblivious to what even sex is, although the universe is a sexual thing. A lot of people don't realize it's a yin and yang always working together and manifesting and making things happen. So if you want to call in, family, the number, if you're on your phone watching us on Instagram, I understand, but I'm on YouTube here also, and she'll be able to hear your voice when you call in too at 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. The phone lines is open. Camino, if you want to come. You know, she's a Leo too. Miss Cleo. Big up to her. She was August the 12th. Comment if you want to talk. Adara Moselle, you can talk to my Adara Moselle how she used the energy work. She's a shaman. She's a tantric energy working superhero and shiro. She does what she do. Believe me.
Yeah. You know, I started a conversation off about like what I wish I learned about sex and I didn't. I wish I knew that most of the reasons why people wanted to have sex with me had nothing to do with the fact that they liked me or did not like me or sex period. And like, you know, I didn't know.
Oh, phone line ringing. Let's see who's on again. Welcome to the show. Who am I speaking with? Who are we speaking with? I can't hear you. You're from Dubai. Your phone is kind of muffled, my brother, from Dubai. How you doing?
Oh, good. Just a minute. Let me work it out and call you back.
Okay, now I can hear you better. I can hear you better now. Now tell us what is it that you learned or didn't learn about sex, my brother, that you wish you did?
Hello. Can you say that again?
What is it that you learned about sex or didn't learn about sex that you would wish you did learn about sex?
I still can't hear what you're asking.
All right, you calling from Dubai. Let's turn that phone line down because obviously he's all the way from Dubai. Listen to
Dubai. Calling.
You know, yeah. I knew his phone line was kind of, you know, but it is what it is. Hey, he called from Dubai.
At first, I was like, oh shit.
I got an audience now. They mean, listen from out to Dubai. I mean, I see.
I appreciate it. I thought it was a ghost.
Yeah, I pop up. I'm like, wait a minute, this is weird. Yeah, you can call in. 710 and make sure your phone line is clean. Check your, because remember we're broadcasting. We want to make sure we hear you clearly. You know, and that's 718-210-8853. Any questions in the chat? You could also put questions in the chat. Also, you can put questions in the live chat. And also there's a question icon inside here also if you want to put questions in the question icon. It has a little question mark in it. But, you know, wish I would have learned is the importance of always maintaining creativity in a relationship.
Absolutely.
That's what I wish I learned from young, because I got bored. My mother, I remember dating a sister, and my mother pulled the sister aside and said, you know, my son get bored. She told him, hey, you know, while I'm in the basement of my mother's house, she go ahead while this woman is walking out of my house, she actually tells this woman.
That's funny. Well, I mean, hey, she loved you a lot. She wanted to make sure that you had what you needed.
She knows her child. And when I was young, if I'm playing with one toy, I'll jump to another toy. If I'll jump to another. But that's what most children do. It's like, okay, I got the brightest toy today. Good, I'm gonna play with that. So what do you say about that when people like to jump around? That's what they will call womanizing, or they might call us hoes or pimps and all of that kind of stuff, because we like to jump around, or we like variety, so to say. What do you say about that from a tantric healing?
So for people who don't know me like that,
right,
I have alternative views, right? I am a devil's advocate and I am not a devil's advocate, right? So I think it's natural to have, you know, different desires, and women have them as well. I can sit here and act like, you know, we're not interested in different people. However, again, I think that comes from the fact that we naturally know that sex is supposed to be deeper than what we're experiencing. And because we have not really tapped into all the versions of ourselves, we don't know what's out there, right? So example, if a woman is funny, is sensual, is artistic, and is I ain't gonna say homely, that's the wrong word. Let's just say those, she likes garden and like nature and stuff like that. Those are 4 different personalities that can show up in bed. Right. There's 4 different ways she can decide to make love, and there's 4, and however she shows up in all of those ways of expressing herself, she can show up in love and make it love. Same thing with you.
Yeah.
And that is crazy. Like, I don't even understand where this logic comes from. But people's like, you can't show your partner what you're really into. And that's so effed up, right? That's like, if there's a reason why relationships can't work, it's because you can't be honest about the things you really, really like. So if I'm with a person and I feel they're going to judge me for the things that bring me pleasure, that's probably not where you want to be, man. I'm just saying, like, common sense wise, like, if you're going to commit yourself to somebody for until you die, until you're not alive anymore, you should at least be able to tell this person what you like. It could be untraditional. It could be whatever else. But
yes,
minimum family. Come on, guys. Like, we're settling for far too little. Like, to be in a relationship for 25 years and you can't tell somebody you like a little thumb in the tooth. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, guys. Let's be honest.
You know what's so funny about that, Adara? That is hilarious. Somebody said, I wish I learned about Tantric at a young age. I've also read that it is better to master it by yourself first before doing partner. What do you say about that? It's better to master it by yourself before doing it with a partner. What do you say?
Well,
It's a YouTube question. Mm-hmm.
Well, master it within yourself, but the concept of mastering is something that never exists, right? Because we're infinite beings. So the levels that you can understand yourself, you'll probably never get to the end of. But definitely make it a priority to have an intertantric relationship. And that intertantric relationship that you have is what your partner enjoys.
Right.
So when I'm with my partner, like, what's going on fully with me and the joy I feel within is what he reaps the benefit of, that translate out as arousal and this and this and that. And, just the fact I love being alive comes off in the fact that I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's energy and it comes across. So Tantra, I really believe, if we just talk about in the sensual area, because I have this whole thing about Tantra not being about sex, right? But talk about in the sensual area, it is so freaking powerful and beautiful, right? So, and this perspective that I'm about to cover, it's like, it's flexible. So a lot of people have great first experiences sexually. A lot of people have bad first experiences. I didn't realize as a woman going into the sexual game that the probability of me having a bad sexual experience when I'm with guys is higher than, So, like, if I meet a random guy in the street or whatever, and like we decide to do something, there's probably a 70% chance that's gonna be a bad sexual experience for me, right? Because of education, this and that, all kind of different things, right? So when we start doing Tantra or training it and putting it as a cultural practice, which is what it was, it eliminates, but it reduces that. You see what I'm saying? It makes it, everybody has the basic skills to be a whole energy. They have conscious touch. They understand which ways to twist a nipple. They understand a little bit of pressure. They know to clip the fingernails. Man, cut your damn nails, guys, and take the sauce out of them. Clean them nails, man. Like, women, these are the things that turn women off, that make them not want to have sex anymore and feel like they don't care about sex because of the little details, the little things that people don't think about. But when we just educate people on how to touch, how to breathe, how to be patient, how to communicate, just ABCs of being in a sexual relationship that you're going to have to do anyway. You're not having sex without touching people, right, guys? Right, so, right. At minimum, if they're going to teach you how babies made, tell them all of it. You know what I mean? Tell them all of it, because you get better babies, more healthy babies, better pregnancies when children are conceived in orgasmic ways. There's even ancient text about it, right? The intelligence levels. You know what I mean? Just when women have multiple orgasms and then conceive a child, it's just different. So, whatever.
And family, again, make sure you go to her website, adaramoselle.com/events. And come on out. We're going to be there June the 15th. There's going to be a profound event. And believe me, and she was working at Nicholas. That time she was working at Nicholas. She had them people like experiencing a little bliss. She didn't want to go all out.
I'm trying to turn it up a couple notches on this one, family. I'm trying to turn it up. So, even if you're just curious to see something, like, just come on out. You ain't missing nothing. You got nothing to do. Come on now.
Family, once again, the phone line is open. We'll take one or two more calls. I know the guy from Dubai tried to call back, but it just ain't going through the way I wanted to go through. So we're going to have to change up that, my brother, because I know you made it through before. So number 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. Somebody said in the live chat, hold on. I love it. Authenticity. So we fortify one another. Grateful for this topic. Thank you very much, Veda. Big up to Veda in the building. And additional controlled chaos says, you came in this world as the knower with experiences and existence already known. Now going through of the knowing again. You're worthy to know yourself. Yeah, you are worthy to know yourself.
That's right. Like at minimum, you deserve to know yourself, man. And you know, not to cut you off, Simon, but he or she, I don't know who said that, but like shout out to you because you just hit on like some major thing. Because I tell people, Tantra is not something you learn, it's something you remember. This is all remember, it's naturally in you. Like when people see me moving energy and doing touchless orgasm, that's natural and everybody can do it. You're designed to do it. You're designed to like, guys, pleasure is built into your body. You see what I'm saying? Like enjoyment is built into the matrix of the universe that we live in. Like if fear is built in, so is joy, happiness, pleasure. That's why you have hormones that secreted to make you feel that way. Your body is designed for it, and it can receive it so much that you can kill yourself with it, which is why people are drinking gallons of Cokes. You see what I'm saying? That's all of that is the enjoyment hormone. And while you're doing it is another conversation. But the fact you have the capacity to enjoy that much, you can enjoy so much. You can receive and see so much and feel so much. And once you realize how, I can't speak for everybody, but
somebody calling in. Let's go to the phone line and find out from Los Angeles. Yes, greetings. Welcome. Make sure you turn down your apparatus and talk to me over the phone. Turn down your apparatus and talk to me over the phone.
Greetings.
Yes.
This is Ethan Donnie.
Yes, greetings.
This is recorded.
Greetings.
Live.
Hello?
How you guys doing, family?
How you doing? How's everything?
Everything's great. I'm blessed.
Good.
Thankful for the topic. I mean, oh my God. You know, we just gotta be okay with being ourselves, you know?
Yes.
We gotta compliment all sides and aspects of our being.
absolutely.
And part of the animal aspect of us is that we reproduce. So instead of perverting it, we make it spiritual. We make everything spiritual. We transmute it, right?
Right. I'm glad you're. Where you calling from?
Beautiful.
Cali in the building, but thank you very much for contributing. Thank you very much for contributing that, my dear.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. So my story is I got married, under 18, permission from my mother, kind of given away.
Okay.
You know, through the court system and all that procedures. My sexual experience was from my husband. It wasn't for my pleasure. It was to reproduce. It was like a duty, right? So when I left him in 2006, I got into Tantra. I got into healing. I started researching the prostitutes and why they do what they do. And I started to be an evangelist in Las Vegas for some reason, right? That kind of makes you a target when you try to transmute negativity into positivity. But I keep doing it anyway. And so that's why I say I'm grateful for this topic, because I've taught a lot of women in the field behind the scenes that what they have within them is something God-given, it's spiritual. And these men are coming to you because they need healing.
Yep.
And you don't want to have sex with nobody. Like Sister said about her parents teaching her about the touch and the nerves, and you know, we're all connected to the earth. We're all connected to each other. We transmute this energy, and sex is one of them things that just, come on. We transmute emotions and stuff. I say. Thank you for giving me this time. I appreciate you guys. Keep doing what you're doing, and bless up.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
Cali in the building. That's very interesting what she said about talking to the prostitutes and all that, because in my life of the club life, I talked to the strippers and we had crying, snot-nosed crying consultations after the club because of what they went in their own healing journey. A lot of them want to heal.
Yes.
Male strippers, female strippers, they want to heal. They doing it no other way, or they just trying to make extra money. Some people are paying for school, just like the movie, what you call it, with Ice Cube, which is interesting.
Club.
Yeah, and he born on June 15th, so that's interesting that you're doing.
Yeah, there you go. Shout out. Sponsor my event, baby. Come on now. Everybody play the club.
I have to call it the Players Club that day.
Yeah. And it's really, really real because, like, again, we assume that strippers, some people would assume that strippers are basic people that don't have thoughts, goals, this and that. Some people actually enjoy dancing. It's fun, it's good exercise, it's good money, and whatever else. And other ones are thrown in there because they don't know, they don't have access to the resource to know what they want to do or this and that. But regardless, all the things they go through in those scenarios, right? These girls need some counseling, they need some healing, they need some touch that is non-transactional. They need to be able to be around men that actually see them for something more than what their job is, right? Because people have a hard time separating you from your job. Like, how many people still call you little white Urkel, right? Separates man. But in relationships, like, people don't even want to deal with you. You see what I'm saying? There's just a lot that comes with it, right? But on the flip side, in ancient days and in other views, there has to be a place for men to get their excess sexual energy out.
Right. Hold on, family. We'll come to you in a few seconds. Hold on one second. We'll come to finish your point there.
Yeah. It has to be a place because if not, society would go crazy. Like the violence rates, the crime rates. Imagine, Simon, you in Atlanta now. I don't know if you've been to a strip club during the day, but there's people at the strip club during the day. It's packed out. Imagine if there was no place for all the brothers that need somewhere to go to get this energy out to go. It'd be running wild. It'd be mental illness going crazy. It'll be people getting hurt, all of this stuff. And then even like back in the ancient Egyptian days, Roman days, before warriors were allowed back into society, they had to go spend time with temple priestesses that were crafted into bringing them back into their humanity. Because we go to war and to kill at face, not on some drones but stabbing somebody and looking at them and you have to cut off a certain part of your regular humanity as part of society. Right. So it's a healing thing that weaves you back in. So I just want to drop that. But yes.
Beautiful, man. Let's go to the phone line. Who are we speaking with? Hello? I guess they hung up. They couldn't hold on. I told them to hold on, but they didn't hold on. It's all good.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Somebody asked, what is the study of sexual energy called?
So there's a couple. So there's sacred sexuality, right? And there's Tantra. So you can look at traditional Tantra, Neo-Tantra, or the whole field. You can look at sexual alchemy. The Japanese have a version of it. A lot of cultures have a version of it. But all you really have to look at is polarity. Anything dealing with polarity is going to tell you about sex. You can look at a battery, look at magnets, electricity, everything. It tells you all about sexual energy because that's all it really is. We're trying to bring two different poles together to create a certain energy, which is the third. So man, woman, child, positive, negative energy, whatever else, all of it is sex. Congress, all of it is sex. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's all over the place. It's everywhere.
Family, those who want to call in, I'm going to take two more callers at 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. And remember, go to AdaraMoselle.com, AdaraMoselle.com/events. That's AdaraMoselle.com/events. Somebody trying to get in again. Hello, how can I help you?
Hello. This is Kwame calling from Dubai. I called back today.
Okay, Kwame, what do you want to contribute to this dialogue?
Yes. So it's just a quick question though. So is music and dance more like a sensual sex, or can you consider it as a sensual sex? That's your question.
Do you consider music and dance what? A sensual what?
Sensual. Sensual. Is it like a form of sex or
what? Music and
yes. music and dance.
All right, go ahead. Hang up and listen to this, okay? Listen to it. Hang up and listen. Okay, go ahead. What you consider?
So was the question, do I think that music and dance is a sensual kind of sexual thing?
Or sexual, yeah.
Well, I mean, first off, we gotta say that sensual is just of the senses. So if you're feeling, then yeah. If you're seeing, right, that's all sensual means. It's just of the senses instead of mind-centered, right? I definitely think that it can be used as a mating ritual or pheromone-producing thing. It can trigger things in the brain, right? Which is why animals do mating dances, right? It's a real thing. So it's really about what you're using it for and how you're feeling with it. So one thing about it, for me, like when I'm watching men dance who genuinely want to dance because they like to dance, it's the freedom for me, right? Mm-hmm. Like, because men are oftentimes real, holding up that man thing, but when they're actually feeling and don't really care and they're just being them, being alive, that's attractive. And I think women like that. And that might be, what it is. I mean, I'm not going to say because you move your hips, you're good in bed. Because, I mean, I guess I just graduated from thinking that. But, That's
hilarious. People, the phone number is right there. I'm pinning it to the top. If you want to call in, let me put that up. Let me pin it to the top. If you want to call,
I didn't do that in no kind of way. I'm just saying.
Hey, oh God, yeah. If you're from Soca Land, Trinidad, oh God, we're whining everybody. Oh God, we whining. Oh God, girl, we can whine.
I've had a couple tricky scenarios with Jamaicans and Haitians. I am not falling for that itch no more.
In Jamaica, we want a slow ride, or we want to do what Spice and Vibe Cartel was doing. Every month,
That's funny.
The number again is 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853 if you want to call in and join the conversation, contribute to the conversation. But remember, make sure you go to AdaraMoselle.com/events. That's AdaraMoselle.com/events. So hit her up at Adara Moselle now over at IT.
False advertise like a mofo. They be false advertising. Women too. Y'all be false advertising, child.
Yeah.
Maybe in their bed.
But this is funny now. What you say now, because some women in society, they always false advertise. Fake eyelashes, fake eyes, fake butt, fake breasts, wonder bras, new high heels. High heels was invented for men to stand over other people. So
yeah.
And even thongs was invented for men. Europeans had thongs for themselves.
That's hilarious.
If a man is wearing thong, I'll call that a thing. That's not a thong anymore. That's a thing. I'm just saying. It's not a thong anymore. Because I've seen beautiful women with some thongs on, but if you put a man on, I've never seen no man with no thong on, but I heard that's what those Europeans used to wear.
I heard the same thing. And then you got like jock straps too. Like those are technically.
Yeah, exactly, those things. But I know we used to wear those jock straps just to work out when you train in martial arts. We had to wear tight things so your nuts don't get caught up or get thrown all over the place while you training martial arts. But Lord, I couldn't take it. I couldn't even, I remember joining the football team and I could not wear those tight pants. I could not wear those tight ass pants.
It's a thing. I mean, never mind, it's TMI. But,
Say your thing.
No.
You like men in tights. Okay. All right. You like men in tights. That's what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I was going to sympathize.
You can call in 718-210-8853. We're not going to be here too long. We're here from 12:12, and we're going to be here till 12:12. Somebody calling in. Let's check the phone line. Hello. Welcome to the discussion. What do you have to add to discussion?
Oh, cool. I made it. I didn't think I was going to get through.
Who did?
Well, this is G.
Hey, what's up? I know this thing. I know this voice.
You know this voice? Okay. And I'm so excited that you have your sister on. I'm not really I had an interesting question.
Go ahead.
You spoke about, what happens with men, after over a prolonged period of time of not experiencing that. But what about women? Today, we're in a society where I believe like you can't just hop on anything, and especially if you are into spirituality. And I've also noticed like over a certain period of time of celibacy, you kind of start to go crazy. So I wonder, how will one navigate in today's world and still be able to maintain that or not maintain it? I mean, what happens to women after a while? If, I'm scared you don't use it, you lose it. Kind of thing.
Well,
hold on. Before you answer that, hang up and you listen to the answer because it's hard for you to hear her voice on my phone here while I'm broad. So,
excellent.
All right,
okay,
beautiful.
great.
We'll talk, okay? All right.
Uh-huh.
All right, peace. That's my girl. I know D. She out there in Mexico. Big up to D. All right, that Mexico calling.
Great question.
Mexico calling. Jesus Christ. Answer the question, Adara, please.
Great question. So first and foremost, I'm gonna say everything I say, y'all know I ain't got no sense. So I'm just gonna say it, and I hope it lands how it needs to land, right? So first off, there is, I'm not gonna say if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it, but there's definitely a little getting back in the rhythm situation. And you're gonna be very, very, very sensitive. So if you do spiritual work, if you're into energetics, if you're into just paying attention to your body, you're probably gonna be able to feel what's going on with that person. Now, just because you feel what's going on with that person doesn't mean that you're gonna have to take that on, right? Because awareness is key. So when you're aware of things, you're able to defend and stuff if you want to. We're talking energetically here, right? I'm going to start from there. We're talking energetically because most times when people are celibate and they are not engaging, it's because they're trying to be with themselves and they don't want to be interfered with other people's energy, right? And when we have sex with people, we do take on energy. It can affect you mentally, emotionally, physically, right? Especially the intensity of the experience, right? So whether it's positive or negative, if it's really, really good, it's going to be on your mind just like if it was really, really bad, right? So some people just want to take some time to themselves. So after a while, I feel like sometimes we have to deny ourselves to go that long without any kind of real stimulation. And I'm a fan of self-pleasuring, I am. And also, all right, let's just be real. I'm a real woman and I like what I like and I want what I want when I want it, right? And I am spiritual and I understand everything about everything and I know what I'm getting myself into and what I'm not. So being able to read energy, it helps me choose. Like I have a partner now, so I don't deal with this now. But when I was single, it would help me choose interactions that would give me the pleasure I was looking for, right? Because I understood that they were more so serving a purpose for me because this is something I asked for energetically or something I manifested for myself. So I would let myself enjoy that. But at the same time, I was very clear about what I would say yes to and what I would not say yes to. I would interact in certain communities, right? I'm not going to just go to a bar and find somebody. I'm going to go to somebody who is possibly in a Tantra meetup group and be very clear about what I'm looking for and what I'm not looking for. And if it aligns with them, can we have some fun? If not, okay. You see what I'm saying? Very, very clear, but I'm not just going everywhere and I'm not doing it quickly. So if you're somebody who's been celibate for a long time and you're trying to like step out, I think you're probably going to find better experiences after your celibacy, to be honest with you. And I think you're going to enjoy them more because you are probably going to be operating from a much higher perspective than you were before. And I say it's not something to be afraid of. That's me personally. And I do think that women have a very, very high libido. I feel like our libido is higher than men, honestly. Some people don't agree with that, but at the same time, I'm in the field, so I understand, right? Like, to be able to have an orgasm without being touched and then multiple orgasms without being touched, you can have those same amount during sex. You see what I'm saying? If you have the capacity for orgasm, you have the capacity for, and I'm saying orgasm and climax are two different things, right? I'm not climaxing 1,000 times, but orgasming a lot of times. Like so much so that it's not distinguishable between them, right? You can experience that sexually. And it takes a man a lot more to get there. He can get there, but he's going to run out of gas much faster than we are. So we got to be honest with ourselves and our energy. We have to put it into something that is rejuvenating for ourselves, you know, and for us, loving and having a partner to put it into is important. You know what I mean? It helps us feel good, it just helps us feel good. So I'm not sure if I answered your question. I don't know what's in this damn plant powder, but it's got me turned up. But that's how I feel on this topic.
Yeah, somebody just asked, can on YouTube, can you suggest reading materials to get started in learning more about this? It's really resonating. That's what they're saying on YouTube. By Yao Morris, of course. Yeah. Master Yao. I got Montauk Chia. I have what's the guy there? The one that passed on, the brother that passed on.
Sensuality?
Yeah. I have his book.
Jewel in the Lotus. Yeah. If you want to get into like the mindset, you can look into Osho work. Also, there's a lot. Like there's so many people who've written on Tantra. I always recommend Pussy, a Reclamation for men and women to read, right? Because
what?
Pussy, a Reclamation is by Mama Gina.
You said the right word.
It's such a powerful book, man. I love it. I love it. She started the School for Womanly Arts, and what she does, she teaches women how to embody pussy, right? Which is not just like your vagina or anything like that. It's more so taking pleasure as a pathway to not be afraid to be seen anymore, to stand up in your greatness, to be able to own yourself fully and your authenticity, right? So that's what the concept is, but it's going through the route of pleasure. And it's a very interesting read. Also for men, multi-orgasmic males, I would also recommend Kunyaza, which is an oral sex manual, African oral sex manual. Hakeem, I might be wrong on the title, on the author, but Kunyaza, oral sex manual for the African style. What else? I mean, it kind of depends on what you want to look into. So there's energetics, there's feminine and masculine power, there is sensual massage, tantric massage, there is exercises to like build libido and stuff like that. And all of these are their own topics that you can delve into hundreds of books on, all of them.
Powerful. I'm showing some book. I was showing the multi-orgasmic male book while you was talking. So I know you can't.
I can't see you. Yeah.
I'm showing books out that I got. You know. And now, the one question I would like to ask you from my own perspective, because I was in the swingers life back in the day. Mm-hmm. Has Tantra groups become the new swinging groups? Because this is getting crazy. I'm just letting you know that people actually think they're synonymous with each other right now. I'm telling you. In the name of instead of just sexting. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, talk about it. Talk about it.
Oh, you know, guys, I'm honest to a fault, and you know, whatever. So I did sensual massage for a long time, and I got into it because I lost my job, and I was trying to start doing Tantra work, and I started putting ads on Craigslist like, "Hey, I do Tantra," and I did not realize they were using Tantra as a word for escorting, a word for just handies and all kinds of stuff like that. So I got a Tantra session in, and and I was like, okay, well, what is this? And it took me on a road of like how I learned so much about healing and sensuality and stuff like that. Anyway, Tantra is in the West right now. There are 1,000 terms for Tantra, and I guarantee you 2 people are not talking about the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's real shaky and shifty out here, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And that's why I'm trying to paint this in a way that is not just about orgasms and ejaculations and this and this. It's we're doing that for a purpose. Like we're opening doors of pleasure within ourselves, and we're trying to reach a divinity or know ourselves or for a more loftier level. But some people, they have no understanding of that at all, and nothing that they're doing or trying to do lends to your self-betterment. You say so swingers parties, I'm not necessarily opposed to. right? If that's what you like, that's what you like. You know, if you like the lifestyle, it's cool. But with authenticity, honesty, discipline, maturity, discretion, right? All of these different things that come into it, because swinging is a very popular fetish.
Yes.
Right? And I will be, if I'm 100% honest, a lot of the couples that I've met in the swingers community have very healthy relationships, and the men are very mature, because it takes a certain mental net that you got to make even to be able to go, right? And couples that go together and are able to enjoy. And for people who've never been, just because you're at swingers party does not mean you have to have sex. It doesn't mean you have to have sex with other people. Some couples just come and have sex with each other.
That's right. That's right. And some people are voyeurs. They used to
voyeurs.
Yeah. I used to have Swing 101 before the actual meeting. We had a meet and greet, and then we had Swing 101 where we taught the protocol, because it's just not about jumping in and doing having sex.
There's rules. There's all kinds of rules.
And we tested people. Sometimes we had texts to make sure that you had your paperwork that said that you don't have no diseases you bring in here. Just a condom break or one of those dental dams break. It is what it is. So I tell people all the time, I was very good at teaching. I still have my whole spiel on what I used to break down for an hour about the importance of respecting the man and the woman. And the women was the priority when we want to protect our sisters in here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And shout out to the Mass Playhouse. They're having something June 21st to the 23rd, I think, like that, in Stone Mountain. Shout out to Mass Playhouse. Y'all follow her if y'all are into Freaky Frog parties. But the thing is, like, everything is about perspective, perception, and consciousness state, right? So let's say people go to the club all the time, and very few guys are going to the club because they want to dance. Very few women are going to the club because they want to dance. They're trying to meet somebody, right? They're trying to do all this, and it's like at certain parties, and it's not for everybody. I'm not advocating or speaking against. I'm just saying the nature of what this really is, right? Some people is like, I know I'm going out because I want to meet somebody. If I meet somebody, I want to be able to meet somebody and not have to do with everybody's on the same page here. Everybody knows what's going on here. So therefore, I can comfortably approach a woman without having to like play games. I can be authentic about what I'm saying. Some people are still faking up in there. Let's be real. Niggas gonna fake regardless. But it's a different type of mindset at the ones that I've been in, right? But let's be real again. Some swingers parties are effing filthy. Those clubs and the freaking I was in Tampa, I think. And I went to some because I was just trying to sunbathe because being nude at regular places is not allowed. So you got to go sunbathe at swingers joints, right? So I was at a little swingers resort. And as soon as I walked in, my eyeballs like sizzled out of my head. I'm like, what is happening? This is so disgusting. This is like the most base. I'm gonna tell y'all, Tantra makes you a sex snob. First off, period. Very sex snobbish. And I'm like, this is a pile of pit bulls, dog.
That's funny. Sex snobbish. Sex snobbish.
Sex snob. It's crazy. I'm such a no. Hell no. Absolutely not. No. But some of these, you see people's shadows and you see their insecurities, even when they think that they're like being wild and doing this and I'm just being a freak. No, you're not loving yourself. And you look like it's evident your dad just didn't give a damn. Like it's clear. It's clear. And your partner, he doesn't care about you because of how he's treating you in front of all of these people. And maybe you're into it, but all you really do, I can tell people actually like it. You don't really like. You're just being the girl that he likes, and that's sad. You're ruining my drink. That kind of energy, and it's just like it's different. So when you go to a place where it's higher brow, certain consciousness, people actually love themselves and have a certain energy that's different from whatever I was at in Tampa.
My father lives in Tampa, so I know Tampa.
Shout out to Tampa, guys.
Let me share again, family, in the chat, of course, and scrolling on YouTube. Make sure you go to her website or go to her link tree, not her link tree, go to her IG where her link tree might be up. It's up there too. But make sure you go to the website, adaramoselle.com/event.
It's gonna be fun, guys.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be there as a guest, and we're gonna have some good time as we get motivated on why relationships is important and why we understand the mathematics of each other and how it all works out and pans out. It's happening June 15th, and the event will be announced on her website. The location will be announced on her website. So make sure y'all keep it locked and tuned in. If y'all don't have more questions and y'all don't want to call in anymore, I got it. But I want to thank all the calls that came in and enjoyed this beautiful sister. Adara Moselle. She is extraordinarily a powerful sister. I hope she's writing her book. Because we got to have our sisters write.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a part of the legacy she's gonna leave.
Yeah.
And one more thing, when I used to be in those parties, I was a producer of those parties. So me and my partners, we was producers of those parties back in the day, and we made sure that the decor was presented right in every room. We had it clean. We made sure we cleaned up. I mean, if you see me coming around with the gloves, it's not to engage, it's to clean.
Right. I was always working when I was there. I was always doing massage. So
Exactly. I was doing most of the massages, and then I would engage with my girlfriends that I knew that I understood who they were. But I wouldn't consider myself a real swinger, but I know I was one who did good parties and condos and duplexes, and we did all we had to do. We was one of the biggest clubs in Brooklyn one time, next to Soul Swingers, and then you had Swing Black. Big up to those groups that I remember, those brothers and sisters that they was doing their thing, and we had each room had music and the decor, the lighting. We had Egyptian style furniture with red carpet, all kind of stuff. So it's the decor. That's why not trapeze, those big clubs and all that kind of stuff. I think because they just did not care anymore, and they just invite. And then you had free food, and then you got free food in a club. You don't know who's over that food. At least at my party, the free liquor. I had a bartender. We had people that served. We knew what we was doing, and we kept it in. Back in my day, I don't do it anymore, but back in the day. But I am going to do this tantric work. I do want to do this tantric work, but it's not. I'm not going to do parties and all that. It's just for me and the mate that I'm dealing with, my girl, whoever I deal with at that time. I'm single by choice at this time, but it's all about healing and growing and being your greatest self,
Yes. To be clear, the event on the 15th is not a swingers party, family. Came in late.
It is not a swingers party, so don't think like that. What time is it going to start?
It's going to start at 3, from 3 to 8, and we are going to be in like a workshop setting for a minute. So y'all get there, be in there, be comfortable, so y'all can actually like learn the stuff, practice the stuff, experience the stuff, and tell a friend, bring a friend. Again, it's donation based. I'm still looking for vendors and sponsors. So if you have maybe married family therapy, something like that, or doulas or whatever else, you want to get your brand out there, you're selling good products, whatever, feel free to reach out to be a vendor. And we think we have like 3 more spots left, and I need a food vendor. So y'all holler.
Why don't you call Blue Pill? Blue Pill is excellent. Him and his wife. You call Blue. He's good, or he got some great food, but he's conscious. So and what's good also is that you're going to learn all types of aspects. Of course, I'm going to come with the numbers aspect of what's important about that, and I'll show a few books that people should get if they want to. I got a whole book right here. Let me show them real quick, which is limited, and I got to change it around. I got to change it up. But this book here is called Sex Numerology. It's even out of print, but he gives you principles of the different numbers and what they represent under which systems. What the number 42 Number 42 represents kiss me, and number 43 is show me a good time. And I'll bring this book, but I think it's out of print, so I'm going to remix one for myself.
You should.
Also, because it's really limited. It don't have that much information, but I can add a little bit more depth to each one of the words that is connected to those numbers and what need. Because they got words like bravado or sweetie or intimacy and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, with sense and style, sense of style. They got all kinds of stuff in this. Good book, thin, but it's out of print. I don't think they do it anymore. Matter of fact, the website is out of print. It's not working anymore. I try to look for them, but it is what it is. But so that means I got to remix one from a motivational perspective. I know what I got to do.
Yeah, you collaborate on that, because I can add some other techniques to go with each of the things. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm with it. So my dear, I don't want to keep you. I know you got chillings.
Yeah.
You got
and a husband that's home now.
Oh yeah. Husband, okay, good. You gotta take care of that business, all right? Family, make sure you go to her website, go to her links, support her 1000%, and show her that love. We're gonna be in the building, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We are here. And Adara, I want to thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. This was awesome.
Anything they have to prepare for, anything they have to have, notebook, pad, pen, what they need to bring when they come to
No, just bring an open mind and some good energy. That's it. We'll take care of the rest. And I appreciate you all spending time with us and then putting up my shenanigans today. And yeah, it'll be fun. Come out.
All right, my darling. Take care. All right. Peace. All right. That's my girl, Adara Moselle. She was just in the building. Want to thank each and every one of y'all for being a part of the journey. And again, those that are YouTube, y'all are actually seeing the flyer yourself, but please go to her website. You'll see the flyer, adaramoselle.com/events-1. That's adaramoselle.com/events-1, or just /events. She extraordinary about what she does. And of course, I do what I got to do from a mathematical perspective. You know how we get down. Remember, tonight we have Sister Keisha at 7 p.m. tonight. We have Sister Keisha at 7 p.m. tonight. We're going to be speaking about the changing industry of fashion and its politics. All of us wear clothes. All of us like to be in style. Always like to look good when we go out there. She is a big part of that. And she has the accolades. She has all of that to go with it. So Sister Keisha is going to be on with us at 7 p.m. tonight. 7 p.m. tonight, Sister Keisha will be on with us tonight. And want to remind everybody, this Wednesday we have Dr. Sunyata Amen from Calabash Tea. She's also a former tantrika and a former person that taught about yoni healing and all that from back in the 90s. She was one of those people that kept on coining that yoni verse and the yoni. She kept on speaking about that back. I remember her speaking like that back in the 90s. She introduced me to a lot of the books back in the day also. So big up to YouTube. You can see the picture, but Instagram is not seeing the picture at this time because I broadcasted a different way this time, so I can actually go live with her from the Instagram perspective. And remember, on the 19th, we have Nairobi Vision, myself and Carrie Ann Ingram. Remember, I hope to see y'all at the Forbidden Knowledge Awards. Y'all got to come out to the Forbidden Knowledge Awards. Make sure you vote for me. Make sure you go to forbiddenknowledge.com/second annual Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Awards. Come on out. We're going to be there. Brother Rich going to be there. Dr. B, come on out and party with us. Come on the yacht with us. We're going to be there with 19 Keys. We're going to be at I think there's a celebrity basketball game. We're going to be there. We're going to be in the building. And make sure you vote for me by texting 954-245-0086. That's 954-245-0086. So you can hang out and vote for us so we can be up there and win that thing. And do remember, on August the 10th and 11th, Brother Rich from Black Magic 363, go to the Eventbrite, Gathering of the Masters.eventbrite.com. That's gatheringofthemasters.eventbrite.com. Come on out. 500 tickets are already knocked out. I mean, he's halfway gone. He's halfway sold out. So y'all need to come on out. And majority of the people that's coming is from out of town. Dr. Jewel Pooker, Queen of Four, Sister Myra Moss on August the 10th. August the 11th, Dr. B. Sirius, Asir the Duke of Tears, Yaqui Awakening. Let's put some respect to his name. Dr. Yaqui Awakening will be in Stonecrest, Georgia, and that's going to be at the New Black Wall Street Theater. That's the New Black Wall Street. We're going to be there. I'm going to be one of the MCs. It's going to happen from 12:30 to 9 p.m. both nights. 12:30 to 9 p.m. both days, August the 10th and August the 11th. Make sure you get your tickets right now. Don't wait. It's only $111 for both days. Not each day, not each. It's both days at $100. So you're actually paying $55 each day. So beautiful. Brother Richard made it very reasonable, which I'm going to do with my Dick Gregory and Baba Ashra Kwesi event. Make it both. I have a tribute to Dick Gregory on October 12th. I'm celebrating 29 years in production and promotion, a 2-day weekend. Why celebrate Columbus when you could come and celebrate Dick Gregory and celebrate Baba Ashra Kwesi and Merara Kwesi? Forget celebrating Columbus. That's not part of our history anyway. So October 12th and October 13th, we're going to celebrate Baba Dick Gregory with special guest presenters like of course, Dr. B. Brother Rich says he's going to say a few words about his interaction with Dr. Dick Gregory, and also Red Pill, Blue Pill, more than likely going to perform. I'm working on having the nephew do a full comedy show so we can have some fun for at least 45 minutes to an hour, and then we're going to sit down and question him and then get it in with our brother. You know what I'm saying? Mark Gregory. We're working on him. And do remember, family, also support my son's studio, Green Studio NYC. Him and Jeff. Jeff is the proprietor, and him. They work throughout the New York City area. Make sure you go to Green Studio NYC. Also support Carrie Ann Ingram at carrieanningram.com. She does tarot. Also, she makes jewelry. And she does Reiki, distant Reiki healing energy work. And remember, always support my brother Lloyd Strayhorn at Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Support the one, the only Nina Dunham, aka Nina Diamond. Hit her up at YouTube at Nina Diamond, Diamond 8, and also Diamonds_8. And remember, you can go to her website at levinuniversity.com. That's levinuniversity.com. Support Dr. Shakira Moore at Linktree/Holistica Healer, and support Dr. Karima King at templeofregeneration.com. That's templeofregeneration.com. And big up to spiritual consultant, the one, the only Amira. That's right. Hit her up at 518-796-7638. That's 518-796-7638. She does cartomancy, not cartology. She does cartomancy. She's a cartomancy specialist, very in tune. She got all the master numbers around her. So if you want to do the cartomancy with her, she's very reasonable, and she can help give you some guidance through cartomancy. Cartomancy specialist. She's a yoga teacher, Reiki master, and all of that. And last but not least, you can book a session with me by texting me full name, date of birth to 347-496-1022. You can text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. Let me say it again, 347-496-1022. Please, 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 please text me via that, 347-496-1022. Get my books or take my course on udemy.com. Get my books on Amazon.com. And remember, the new children's book is about to come out. Amazon is giving us a whole bunch of problems with this children's book. The 1 minute you got the margin is this way, the margin that way. We take away the spine, all kinds of stuff. So they sent me a letter again. So three times is a charm. Four times is a lucky charm. So it is what it is. We're going to get it up. And don't forget, the audiobook is coming out too. And remember what Dr. B. Sirius always says: I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair says: please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you very much, family, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Thank y'all very much for being a part of the journey. Thank y'all very much. And have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be strong, be focused, be your great self. And King Simon is out of here. And we want to thank Sister Adara Moselle for coming on.
Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
King Simon. I love him. He's family. And he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually.
That's right.
So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't.
Yeah, this show is called, it was really based on numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny.
Yes.
By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You could also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You could also get my books on Amazon at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, you can book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerovator. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.